Prepare to journey into the shadowy depths of Florida's Loxahatchee River as we uncover the chilling real-life tale of a legendary figure whose enigmatic presence still haunts the wilderness to this day. It's a chilling story in the same ranks as Bigfoot. Join us as we delve into the mysteries of his life, the secrets of this man's sanctuary, and the haunting legacy he left behind. In the murky depths of Florida's Loxahatchee River, where the dense foliage casts eerie shadows and the silence is broken only by the gentle lapping of water against the banks, there resides a legend of a man as old as the tangled roots themselves. His name was known to the world as simply Trapper Nelson. His legend became a chilling campfire story to Boy Scout troops who dared to camp in the wilderness of parts of Florida. Some said Trapper Nelson was a war hero, haunted by the horrors of battle that lurked behind his haunted eyes. Others claimed he was a fugitive from justice, seeking refuge in the shadowy depths of the swamp. But whatever his past may have been, one thing was certain: Trapper Nelson was a man apart, a lone wolf who prowled the wilderness with a fierce determination. Strangely, Trapper Nelson was actually born Vincent Nostakovich in Trenton, New Jersey. This man was the modern-day croc hunter and was described as the wild man of the Loxahatchee River. He stood as a colossus in both stature and mystery, a gigantic man standing almost 6.5 feet tall and weighing 240 pounds. With his name echoing through the dense foliage of the wilderness like a whispered secret, he originally emerged from the hustle of society into the depths of the woods in the 1930s, forsaking civilization to carve out a new existence amidst the untamed beauty of the swamp. Tall tales swirled around him like the mist that hung over the river at dawn, weaving a tapestry of intrigue and whispered secrets. Trapper Nelson intentionally built his cabin deep up the Loxahatchee River into the interior of the northern Everglades. He was a hunter and only killed what he was willing to eat. He began collecting some of the animals he was trying to trap and created his own zoo. He then invited people to visit this menagerie and used the money he charged to help pay for his living expenses. He caught creatures like panthers and alligators, drawing visitors from far and wide. Tourists and even celebrities, including Gary Cooper, visited the flamboyant trapper at his 800-acre campsite to watch him wrestle alligators. This was a testament to Trapper Nelson's bond with the natural world. Trapper Nelson's domain was a sight to behold, a ramshackle collection of treehouses and shelters hidden amidst the towering cypress trees and tangled vines. But it wasn't just the crude structures that spoke to his presence. Nelson was not only wild, but it was rumored that Trapper Nelson was also such a good-looking man that the ladies were quite taken with him as well. It is said that women would hire guides to take them up the Loxahatchee River to Trapper Nelson's campsite for private rendezvous. Yeah, it looks like Trapper enjoyed engaging the ladies as much as he liked the thrill of wrestling the gators. Yet, amidst the beauty of his sanctuary, there was an undeniable sense of unease. He was living alone and in the furthest parts of the woods. He was known to be seen talking and laughing with unseen entities at sunset. Strange lights flickered in the depths of the swamp at night, casting eerie shadows that danced along the water's edge. And then there were the whispers at twilight, ghostly murmurs that seemed to emanate from the very heart of the wilderness, carrying with them a sense of foreboding that sent shivers down the spine of uninvited witnesses. But with all the legends and tales, Trapper was really just a man, and he eventually found that out when his health began failing and he came to the realization that he had cancer. Then on June 24, 1968, tragedy struck. Trapper Nelson's lifeless body was discovered amidst the tangled vines and twisted roots of his beloved sanctuary. He was said to have been found with a shotgun blast to his stomach by a friend, his once vibrant spirit snuffed out like a candle in the wind. Authorities assumed he had taken his own life because of his cancer diagnosis, but some whispered of foul play, suggesting that Trapper Nelson's death was the result of a sinister plot hatched by those who sought to claim his wilderness kingdom for their own. Others state that he was killed by a jealous husband of one of the ladies he had lured into his wilderness paradise. Then there are those who believe that Trapper Nelson's demise was the culmination of a lifetime spent grappling with the demons that lurked within his own soul from a murderous incident that he was once part of, leading him to end the guilt that railed his conscience. Now, shortly after his death, Trapper's property was confiscated and purchased by the state of Florida, turning it into Jonathan Dickinson State Park. But, since his death, the infamous Trapper Nelson's ghost reportedly haunts the calm interior waters of the Loxahatchee River. His shadow has been allegedly seen walking around the river banks at night and stumbling through the woods singing classic love songs. This apparition is said to have had the glowing eyes and face of Trapper Nelson. And amid the whispers, there are those who claim to have seen the spectral form of Trapper Nelson himself, hunting animals in the territory he once ruled with an iron fist, forever trapped between the realms of the living and the dead. Local legend says his ghost comes around from time to time, making whispering conversation with witnesses, telling them that he was actually murdered by his brother. He has also been known to have been heard yelling out loud, warning people against going toward nearby Native American burial grounds where there are angry spirits. And his ghostly figure has been said to have approached women in the woods, hugging them and touching them on their private areas. The women said they smelled whiskey and swear it looked like Nelson. With that, there are even witnesses who claim Nelson never died, and that his death was only faked to avoid the taxes that were being levied on his property. They say he actually died at 110 years old, and that the sightings that people were having all those years were actually just Trapper in the flesh, hiding out in the areas of the river to avoid being found for his delinquent taxes and pending warrants for an alleged homicide. And then, strangely, in April 1984, park rangers discovered Nelson's treasure. A hiding place in his chimney held 5,005 coins, totaling $1,829.46. The coins ranged in date from the 1890s to the 1960s. A thorough search of the camp was conducted before revealing the find to the public, but nothing more was found. What do you think? But to this day, the truth of Trapper Nelson's life or the mysteries of his death remain unknown or unsolved, buried beneath the tangled roots and shadowy depths of the Loxahatchee River. But for those who dare to venture into the haunted wilderness that was once his domain, the echoes of his haunted legacy continue to linger, whispering secrets that refuse to be silenced. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more chilling tales from the annals of history. Until next time, remember, the past may be gone, but its echoes continue to resonate in the present.